Hare Krishna, dear devotees. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. So, welcome back to our English Bhakti Sastri discussion. You can open up your video for now. Yeah. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapanandikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Udapadakam Sri Guru Vaishnavamsha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Shahadana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Pariyana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Deva Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakam Vitamscha Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabhandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamani Hari Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktarinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangam Hayate Girim Yat Kripa Namaha Vande Sri Gurum Dinadaram Hare Krishna. So finally, I'm appearing again. I really apologize that due to many things, I was busy in my own field, in my own etc. So you have studied on the 13th chapter, about nature, enjoyer, and the consciousness. So today we will start chapter 14 of the Bhagavad Gita. Before we enter the chapter 14, I would like to hear from some of you what you still remember in the chapter 13 of the Bhagavad Gita. Anybody would like to share what you still remember from the chapter 13 of the Bhagavad Gita before we enter the chapter 14? Yeah. Gita Vrika Mataji. Yes.
Function of the super soul and image. Super soul is the permitter and the sanctioner and a witness.
Yes. He is the sanction giver and also the witness. Yeah. Thank you. What else do you still remember? Anybody else would like to share 1 or 2 points? So chapter 13, yeah. So in the beginning of chapter 13, the topic was about kshetra and kshetragya, the field and the knower of the field, the distinction between the body and the soul. Okay, so there are 2 types of kshetragyas, as Krishna explained, kshetragyam chapimam vedi sarva kshetresu bharata kshetra kshetragyayor jnanam yatach jnanam matam. So not only the soul, the individual soul, but Krishna also, the kshetragya, the knower of the field. And it is interesting actually that we, as the individual soul, being the kshetragya, our knowledge is limited about this kshetra, that where we are located at the moment. So our knowledge about our own body is limited. But Krishna, being the super soul, he is the kshetragya as well, and he has complete knowledge about this body. So what is the proof that our knowledge is limited toward this body? So for example, like we are unaware that suddenly our hair is growing, our nail is growing. Yeah. We don't know how does that happen. Suddenly after 2 or 3 days later, we find that, oh, my nail is long enough, it has to be cut, right? So we don't even know what is going on in our own field. Yeah, that is something interesting about etc. etc. Yeah. Yeah. But Krishna, he said that I'm the knower not only about this body, but I know about all the bodies. Yeah. So, and we think that we are the controller of our own body. Okay, forget about somebody else's body. Let's talk about our own body. So we are not even getting the full control of our own body. For example, in the midnight at 1 o'clock, when the nature comes, you have to pass water. Then you have to get up and you must pass water. You cannot order this body, oh, wait till morning, tomorrow 4 o'clock, then I want to pass water. You cannot do like that. Yeah. When the body is demanding something, you cannot control it. So that is the proof that actually we, as the individual soul, although we are the kshetragya within this body, but our knowledge and our control is very limited. But Krishna has full control. Yeah. So that is the first thing in chapter 13 about etc. etc. Yeah. And then from text 8 till 12, there are these long slokas, yeah, which are explaining about the process of knowledge. Yeah, that's very important. And Krishna concluded that actually whatever beyond these items that Krishna has mentioned is considered to be ignorance. Yeah. Interesting. And Srila Prabhupada commented actually in that purport, saying that amongst all these items that Lord Krishna mentioned, so surrendering to the Supreme Personality of Godhead is most important. Yeah. And then we discuss also about the object of knowledge or Gyayam. Yeah. What is the object of knowledge? The super soul is the object of knowledge. Everybody should try to find out about the absolute truth. Yeah. And then almost toward the end in chapter 13, we are discussing about Prakriti, Purusa, and their union. What is Prakriti? The nature. And Purusa is the enjoyer. So the individual soul also, being part and parcel of Krishna, somehow he gets the nature of being Purusa also. But although by our own constitutional position, we are meant to serve Krishna. That means we are the Prakriti. But at the same time, because we are part and parcel of Krishna, so we have this tendency of being the Purusa also. And Krishna explained that whoever understands the union between the two, the Purusa and Prakriti, yeah, they shall be liberated. And then at the end of chapter 13, the topic was Jnana Chaksusa, or the vision of knowledge. Yeah. So we are seeing whatever reality that might be there that we see, yeah, based on scripture, which is called the Jnana Chaksusa. Okay, so that was the brief review of chapter 13. So now we will start our discussion on chapter 14. Yes. Chapter 14, chapter entitled The Modes, the Three Modes of Material Nature. Yeah. Yeah. So chapter 14, the three modes of material nature, or three gunas. Yes. Chapter 13 described the conditioned soul as distinct from material nature, yet entangled by it, trapped within his field of activities. Chapter 14 reveals in detail how the living entity is limited and controlled by the powerful shackles of material nature. And the three modes, goodness, passion, and ignorance, at the end of this chapter, Krishna informs us how to attain freedom from the three modes. Okay, so from text 1 to 9, we will be discussing the conditioning of the modes. Yeah, text 1 to 2, Krishna glorifies pure knowledge. 3 and 4, the jiva's contact with Prakriti. 5 to 9, how material modes binds the jivas. Yeah. Am I audible? Somehow I feel that something is going
Yes,
wrong.
Pranav.
Okay, maybe something with my headset here. Okay, so pure knowledge. Yes, the Supreme Personality of God has said, again, I shall declare to you the supreme wisdom, the best of all knowledge, knowing which all the sages have attained the supreme perfection. So here Krishna speaks about the highest knowledge. Yes. The knowledge explained in this chapter is proclaimed by the Supreme Lord to be superior to the knowledge given so far in other chapters. By understanding this knowledge, various great sages attained the perfection and transferred to the spiritual world. The Lord now explained the same knowledge in a better way. This knowledge is far, far superior to all other process of knowledge, thus far explained, and knowing this many attain perfection. Thus it is expected that one who understands this 14th chapter will attain perfection. Yeah. So Srila Prabhupada nicely explained that actually we have to pay attention to this chapter. If we understand this chapter, we will attain perfection. Yeah. Because if we think, yes, why this chapter is considered to be the highest knowledge, Krishna said to Arjuna that now I shall reveal much more higher knowledge than whatever I have mentioned to you. If you think that chapter 12 is not enough, yeah, because chapter 12 is devotional service, right? So what can be a higher knowledge than devotional service? So of course, this chapter will talk also about devotional service, but now chapter 12 is giving us solution. But without proper understanding of the problem, we cannot really determine what is the solution. Yeah, just like we go to doctor because we don't feel well, for example. So the doctor will diagnose what is our disease, and then he will give proper treatment. So here in chapter 14, so we are given the information that actually the jiva is being entangled by the three modes of material nature. How the jiva becomes entangled in the Prakriti. So that is the root cause of our entanglement. It is also described in the Srimad Bhagavatam in Canto 2, Chapter 9. In the beginning, it is described how the jivas, how the history of the jivas in their materialistic way of living by the contact of the three modes of material nature. Yes. So now, if we know what is the problem, then easy for us to treat the problem, give the solution. Yeah, sometimes people are too much focusing on solution, solution, solution. But see, the solution without knowing the root cause, what is the problem, then it doesn't really help, right? So similarly, this chapter, Krishna mentioned about the highest knowledge, because the three modes of material nature is actually the binding cause of the jivas. Yeah, because we want it to be separated from Krishna. Yeah, we want to enjoy separated from Krishna. And as a result, Krishna gives us the place where we can exhibit this tendency, yeah, to enjoy separated from Krishna, and finally we become entangled in the three modes of material nature. Yeah, it is nicely also explained in the Kapila Siksha in the third canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, how Lord Kapila explained that when the child inside the womb of the mother, so he could remember actually his own identity, and he prayed to the Lord, and he promised to the Lord that as soon as he is born, he will become devotee of the Lord. But alas, unfortunately, as soon as the child born, immediately he is attacked by the three modes of material nature, and he forgets everything that he has remembered within the womb of the mother. Yeah. So the three modes of material nature is so strong. Then how to overcome this binding? Yeah. So it will be explained toward the end of this chapter. Yeah. Sagunan samatitaitan brahma bhuyaya kante. Mam chayo vyabicharena bhakti yogena sevate. Sagunan samatitaitan. Yeah. Only by devotional service. So Krishna is not giving the solution only here, but he give us what is the root cause of our problem in order to get the proper understanding. Yes, Archit Prabhu.
Hey, Virendra Ram.
Sure.
Prabhuji, so are you saying, trying to say that the three modes of material nature does not act inside the womb of mother?
It's acting. Yeah, it's acting, but it is described in the Kapila Siksa that the baby is blessed by the Lord when he is 7 months old within the womb of the mother. Yeah. It is not that the three modes is not acting for the baby uh, within the womb, still acting, but there is a special mercy by the Lord in which actually he give the remembrance. And it is described also if that soul is fortunate enough, he can remember that 100 previous lives that he has undergone. Yeah. So it is still working, but there is a period where the Lord gives special mercy to the living entity within the womb in order to make him remember. Yeah.
Okay, Prabhuji, thank you.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Very good question. Thank you. Srila Baladev Vidyabhusana explained Krishna's words. Again, I will speak a kind of knowledge different from what I have spoken so far. It deals specifically with the modes of nature. It is the best of all kinds of knowledge about the Prakriti and the Jiva, and it resembles a distillation of yogurt from milk. Realizing this knowledge and meditating upon it thoughtfully, all great sages attain in this very world correct perception of the Supreme Soul. Okay. Text number 2. By becoming fixed in this knowledge, one can attain to the transcendental nature like my own. Thus established, one is not born at the time of creation or disturbed at the time of dissolution. Yeah. So here in text number 2, Krishna talks about the result of attaining this knowledge. Yes. Prabhupada's purport. After acquiring perfect transcendental knowledge, one acquires qualitative equality with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, becoming free from the repetition of birth and death. One does not, however, lose his identity as an individual soul. In the spiritual sky, one attains a spiritual form. There are spiritual activities, and the spiritual situation is called devotional life. That atmosphere is said to be uncontaminated, and there one is equal in quality with the Supreme Lord. Okay. So what is the result of attaining this knowledge? Yeah, we will attain the higher perfection, the highest perfection. Yeah, we will go back home, back to Godhead. Will not undergo anymore the repetition of birth and death. Yes. So many great sages have proven that by attaining this knowledge, understanding and realizing this knowledge, they attain perfection. Yeah. So the feature of Vaikuntha Loka is nicely explained in the Brahma Samhita, actually. Yeah. In the, again, I was reading the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 9. It is described there how the depiction of the Vaikuntha Loka. Yeah, when Lord Brahma was meditating, performing tapasya for 1,000 celestial years, yeah, demigod years, finally Krishna revealed himself. And the first thing Krishna did was he revealed the Vaikuntha to Lord Brahma. So all the variegatedness of spiritual life is seen by Lord Brahma. Yeah. So even it is described in the 9th chapter of second canto that both the demigods and the Rakshasas, the demons, they are all worshipping Krishna in Vaikuntha. So I was surprised, like that means in the spiritual world, there is also demons, right? But the understanding here is that it is not that the demon will create some heaven in Vaikuntha, but the understanding is that there is varieties of life. Yeah? There is demigod, there is demon, there is different types of animals. Yes, but they are all spiritual. They are all focusing in one attention, and that is worshiping Krishna. Yeah, one time Srila Prabhupada was asked by one of his disciples, Srila Prabhupada, is there a mosquito in Vaikuntha? Yeah, and Srila Prabhupada said, yes, there is mosquitoes in Vaikuntha, but they don't suck the blood. They simply chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Yeah. So we may raise the question why in this chapter there is demon also described in Vaikuntha. But if we think that Prahlad Maharaj is a Daitya, yeah, he is the descendant of demon. But what kind of demon he is? He is a pure devotee demon. So that demon is not a bad demon. Yeah, all the devotees, simply the variety of life. Yeah, there are all the varieties of life in Vaikuntha is also there, yeah, including the demon, but they don't create heaven. That's the thing. Yes. Yes, Archit Prabhu. You have question about demon in Vaikuntha.
No, Prabhuji. So it's astonishing to hear that. I was not in last class, but good to know. And it's all Supreme Lord's pastimes to get it.
Mm,
Yeah. So probably I always wonder if that's the case, then why Lord choose to keep Bali Maharaj in Patal Lok.
mm,
So yeah, it's God's wish we cannot question, but sometimes I wonder because he's a
yes.
Mahajan, so he can came to Vaikuntha as well.
Yes. So thank you. Yes. So the planet that Bali Maharaj residing in Patalaloka is there is no suffering there. It's like heaven also. There is heaven underground. It is described in the 5th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Yes, the Nagaloka is situated under the earth, but the enjoyment is much more higher than the kingdom of Lord Indra. So it doesn't mean that he's located below us, he's in a lower position. Yeah. For example, like Yamaraj, he's the Mahajan also, but his planet is below us. But there is no suffering for Yamaraj. So for Bali Maharaj also, there is no suffering there. Yeah. Yes, Archit Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji. So, Prabhuji, whenever we talk to some non-devotees,
Mm,
they put a question in our head stating that is the Patal below, I mean, Earth, if you see the core of Earth, is it there or is it outside our planet in some dimension that we cannot see? So, what is the truth?
we cannot see the Patala. Is that your question?
No, we cannot see, that is fine, but is it like below the Earth, within Earth, say the core of the Earth, or
Ah,
is it outside the Earth?
okay.
You know.
Now I got your question. It is below the earth. It is separated from the earth. There is a mandala. Yeah, there is mandala. So the 14 planetary system, if you study the Goloka chart that Bhakti Vikas Maharaj and his team has, this Goloka chart. So there is this clear picture of how the 14 planetary system is located. Yeah, it's like a dvipa. Yeah, it's like dvipa. Mhm. So the planet is like dvipa or island. Yeah, so it is below the earth. It is not attached with the earth. Yeah, it is located like this. Yeah, like this, like this. There is a hierarchy, let's say like that. Yeah, there is this system that they are being separated. Yeah, that's why it doesn't matter how deep you will dig this earth, you will not find them because it is completely separated. Yeah, so like that. So, yeah. And you need a different body in order to enter different planets. That's the thing. Yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so that is the result of attaining this knowledge. Yeah, we will be free from the entanglement of the material nature. Srila Baladev Vidyabhusana states that we attain this knowledge by worshipping the feet of our spiritual master. Yeah. So after clarifying the knowledge that he is about to reveal, Krishna begins to explain the relationship between material nature, conditioned living entities, and himself. Yes. So, text number 3. The total material substance, called Brahman, is the source of birth, and it is that Brahman that I impregnate, making possible the birth of all living beings, O son of Bharata. Yeah. So this is how the jiva gets contact with Prakriti. This is an example. This is an explanation of the world. Everything that takes place is due to the combination of etc. and etc. Gyan. Yeah, come back to the 13th chapter in the beginning. Yeah, about etc. and etc. Gyan. The body and the spiritual. This combination of material nature and the living entity is made possible by the Supreme God Himself. The Mahat Tattva is the total cause of total cosmic manifestation. And that total substance of the material cause, in which there are three modes of nature, is sometimes called Brahman. Yeah. So Srila Prabhupada gave the analogy like scorpion born from rice. The scorpion lays its eggs in the piles of rice, and sometimes it is said that the scorpion is born out of rice, but the rice is not the cause of the scorpion. Actually, the eggs were laid by the mother. Similarly, material nature is not the cause of the birth of the living entities. The seed is given by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And they only seem to come out as products of material nature. Yeah. So, Aham Bija Prada Pita. Yeah, Krishna is the seed-giving father of all living entities. So, the jivas is not a product of material nature. Yeah, yaya samohito jiva atmanam trigunatmakam paropi manutenakam tatkritam charipajate. The Bhagavatam explained that only due to the illusion, yeah, samohita means illusion. The living entity thinks that he is triguna atmakam, he is the product of the three modes of material nature. But the Prakriti is already there. Yeah, the Mahatattva is already there, created by the Lord separately. And then in the beginning of creation, the Lord simply discharged the jivas into the Prakriti. Yeah. So we are not the product of the three modes of material nature. We are eternally part and parcel of Krishna. That Krishna, through his divine glands, yeah, injected the jivas into the mother Prakriti. Yes. So that's how the jiva gets contact. And that's based on based on the karma and daiva netrena. Yeah. One's karma, one's previous activities, and the daiva netrena, the vision of the divine. Yeah. So there is nothing happened by accident. Yeah. Sometimes people blaming God that, oh, why I'm born in a poor family. Yes, why I'm born in such and such country. So there's nothing happened by accident. Everything is based on karma and daiva netrena. Yeah. So like that. Yes, Archit Prabhu.
Prabhuji, sometime back hearing that when the Lord cleanses and impregnate, so
Mhm.
one eye does a activation and other eyes takes the Jivatma in the form of Lord Shiva. Something like that. I was not very clear about this,
Mm.
so I need more clarity on this.
Yes. So actually, I have read this explanation of how the Lord glances uh, into the material nature, and through that glance, the jivas being injected or being the mother nature being impregnated by the Lord's glance. So it is described that who glances on that is Mahavishnu. Yeah. Or in Mahavishnu, because during the Mahapralaya, all the jivas enter into the body of Mahavishnu and sleep there in the deep slumber, yeah, waiting for the creation to happen again. So when the Lord creates, so he glances. So here's the thing. In that explanation, I still remember that actually Lord Mahavishnu transformed himself to be the Sada Siva. Yeah, to be the Sada Siva. Sada Siva is Mahavishnu himself. Yeah. But when it comes to the uh, Srishti Tattva, or the Leela of the Lord creating the material nature and impregnate the material nature, so it transformed into Sadasiva, so assuming the form of Lord Shiva. Yeah. But Mahavishnu is actually half Vishnu, half Shiva. So he assuming the form of Lord Shiva, and then Lord Shiva glances uh, into the material nature. Therefore, it is described that there is explanation I have read in the Srimad Bhagavatam that Mother Durga, Durga is our mother and Shiva is our father. Yeah. So because Durga is the main guard of the material creation. Yes, Durga. And then Lord Shiva glances. But this is not the demigod Shiva. Yeah, it is the Sada Shiva. Yeah. So the Sada Shiva form of the Lord, after being transformed, yeah, from Mahavishnu to Sada Shiva, so he glances into the material nature and impregnate the material nature with the jivas. Yes, yes, Archit Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji, thank you for that.
Mm,
Also, I was hearing one aspect saying that Lord activate the Prakriti with one of his eyes.
mm.
Uh, so, what is this activation means?
Yes. So this activation means like when the Lord inserted the jivas into the material nature. Yeah, because the prakriti, if you remember that verse, that Purusha prakriti stohi bhakti prakriti janaguna. No, that's not the one. Uh, it is described in the chapter 7, if I'm not mistaken. That prakriti kriyamanani gunai karmani saras. No, that's not the one. Ah, wait, give me a few seconds. There is a beautiful verse on that, explaining that actually the the jiva is the one who manipulates the material nature. How is that going? If I don't find this verse, it will crack my head. That's my problem. Really, if I I cannot just think of something and just leave it aside. You know?
Apariyamitastvanyam.
Yes, that's the one. Aparyam itashvanyam prakritim vidime param jiva bhutam mahabaho yayedam daryate jagat. Which verse is that?
I remember it says that apart from this material nature, there is a superior energy of mind, which is Jivatma, who is exploiting the
Yeah, it is
resources.
7.5. Yes,
Stop there.
7.5. Yes. Apariyamitastvamyam prakritim vidime param jiva bhutam mahabaho yayanam daryate jagat. Besides this, O mighty Arjuna, there is another superior energy of mind. Yeah. So in text number 4, Krishna explained the Bhumirapo Valo Vayu. Yeah, in chapter 7, explaining that all these 8 items is actually the material energy of the Lord. Yeah. But besides this, so beside the Prakriti, yeah, beside the Bahiranga Sakti, there is Jiva. Yeah, Jiva Bhuta Mahabaho Yayadam Daryape Jagat. Who are exploiting the sources of this material inferior nature. So Prabhupada explained, without the living entities, without the superior energy of the Lord, so the Jiva remain inert. Yeah. The Prakriti remain inert. That means it's like a dead matter, just like a car without driver, just like the body is Prakriti, and the Jiva is the one who moves the Prakriti. So without the Jiva, the body cannot move. So activation in that case is when the Lord glances the living entities into Mother Nature. And then the Jivas will start activating the material nature and start doing the activities. Yeah. So that's the understanding. Is that clear?
It's clear, Prabhuji, but I got a little. I
Mm.
heard from Amog Lila Prabhu. I'm not exactly sure.
Mm-hmm.
He said that from one eye, Lords activate the Prakriti,
Mm.
and from other eye, Lord Shiva takes the Jivatma and get inside of this material nature. So his activation is different
Mm.
from
That's,
activation
yeah.
happens before the Lord impregnates with the soul. So I was
Uh,
not sure what this activation means.
mm. Okay. Then I have no comment on this because I don't want to speculate. I never heard that explanation. Probably he has read somewhere, yeah, about one eye and then the other eye through Lord Shiva is taking. So maybe it is there, but I don't want to comment further on this. Otherwise, I will be ending up by speculating something. Yeah, I will do some research on this. Yeah,
Sure, Prabhuji. Hare
thank
Krishna.
you. Okay. Text number 4. Here is the explanation that the Lord is the seed-giving Father. Yeah, Sarva yoni sukantaya mutaya sambhavantiyaha tasam brahma mahadyonir aham bija prada. It should be understood that all species of life, O son of Kunti, are made possible by birth in this material nature, and that I am the seed-giving Father. In this verse, it is clearly explained that the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, is the original Father of all living entities. The living entities are combinations of the material nature and the spiritual nature. The purport is that the material nature is impregnated with living entities who come out in various forms at the time of creation according to their past deeds. Yeah, we have discussed this. So I highlighted here, living entities are a combination of the material nature and the spiritual nature. So the living entities that we see, yeah, it is a combination of material nature and spiritual nature. Yeah. So the body, why the body can move? Because there is spirit soul who interfere within the body. Yeah. So that is the understanding of combination. But if we um, see from different aspects, so the jiva itself is the living entity who are purely part and parcel of the Lord. Yeah. But in order for the jivas to exhibit their desires, yeah, so the Lord provided the prakriti. Therefore, it is the combination of prakriti and the spiritual nature. Material nature consists of 3 modes: goodness, passion, and ignorance. When the eternal living entity comes in contact with nature, Almighty Arjuna, he becomes conditioned by these modes. So here the jiva's bondage under the spell of the 3 modes. The living entity because he's transcendental, has nothing to do with this material nature. Still, because he has become conditioned by material world, he is acting under the spell of the three modes of material nature. Yeah, this is from Surrender Unto Me by Burijan Prabhu. We have misused our minute independence. Out of enmity toward Krishna, we have rejected our constitutional position as his servitor. Therefore, we had to come to the temporary material world of illusion. Yeah. So please note that the living entity is pure and actually has nothing to do with this material creation. Yeah. So falsely we are thinking that, oh, this is my body, this is my house, this is my family. Yeah. So that is natural. That is natural in the sense of because we are covered by the three modes of material nature. We are covered especially by the lower modes, such as passion and ignorance. Yeah. So the living entity start identifying that he is the material body. Srila Jiva Goswami nicely explained in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu that the first cause, the root cause of the living entity's bondage is that when he start identifying himself with the body. And the journey of his liberation start when he understand that he is not the body. Yeah. So only due to the ignorance, we are thinking that I am this, I am that. This is mine. Yeah. Aham mameti. This is the two most prominent misunderstanding of the living entities. Yeah. Aham mameti. I and mine. Yeah. I'm the body. This is my family. Yeah. This is my land. This is my country. Yeah. Okay. The fog which causes the soul's condition state certainly rests in his own independent desire. We cannot blame Krishna any more than a criminal can blame a judge for his jail sentence. Yeah, interesting. We all have heard that how the jivas become entangled due to our independent nature. Yeah. When His Grace Rameswar Prabhu, yeah, the disciple of Srila Prabhupada, just joined the Krishna consciousness movement, he asked Srila Prabhupada, Swamiji, why Krishna created the material world? And Srila Prabhupada said that it is not Krishna who creates, you create. Yeah. What does it mean? Because of our desire, Krishna creates the material world. Krishna doesn't want to create the material world, but just like a small child who's crying for something, yeah, that the parents with a heavy heart now has to give, although that is not the best. Yeah. For example, we know that chocolate is not good. Yeah. And then the child will cry, oh, I want chocolate, I want chocolate. And then what to do? The parents' heart will melt after some time, and the parents will buy chocolate. But here's the thing, Krishna already warned us. Yeah. I give you this according to your desire. That's your independent nature. I don't want to interfere with that because I love you. I give you this, but the consequences, you must be responsible by yourself. Yeah. So Prabhupada said, it is not Krishna who creates the material world, but you create. That means we are the cause. We are the impetus why this material world is being created by Krishna. Yeah. Because he loves us. That's it. Yeah. Okay. Next, number 6. O sinless one. I'm sorry. The mode of goodness, being purer than the others, is illuminating, and it frees one from all sinful reactions. Those situated in that mode become conditioned by a sense of happiness and knowledge. So if we see here, actually, even the mode of goodness will bind someone. How the mode of goodness binds someone? By the sense of knowledge and happiness. Yeah, I will explain more on this. A man in the mode of goodness is not so much affected by material miseries, and he has a sense of advancement in material knowledge. The representative type is the Brahmana, who is supposed to be situated in the mode of goodness. The sense of happiness due to understanding that in the mode of goodness, one is more or less free from sinful reaction. The difficulty here is that when a living entity is treated in the mode of goodness, he becomes conditioned to feel that he is advanced in knowledge and is better than others. In that way, he becomes conditioned. Example are scientists and the philosopher. Each is very proud of his knowledge, and because they generally improve their living conditions, they feel a sort of material happiness. Repeatedly, one may become a philosopher, a scientist, or a poet, and repeatedly become entangled in the same disadvantages of birth and death. But due to the illusion of the material energy, one thinks that that sort of life is pleasant. Yeah. Sometimes we are thinking that, oh, we have to live a sattvic style of life. That is true. Yeah. But only situated in the sattva guna is not at all enough to bring us to get liberation. Yeah. So sattva guna is good. As it is described here, it is the purest amongst the three. Yeah. But still, we will be conditioned by sattva guna through sense of happiness and knowledge. Yeah. Prabhupada mentioned here, knowledge will make us proud, will make us think that I'm better than others. Yes, this is mode of goodness, but still binding us. Because we think that, oh, I'm happier than others. I'm much more smarter than others. So in that way, we become conditioned. Yes, Archit Prabhu, you are the champion today of asking questions.
I don't know, Prabhuji. I just contemplate on the shlokas and the purpose and what you explain, and then question come out of it.
Mm,
Yes. So, Prabhuji, I was reading it, so it says that it frees from you from all the sinful reactions, and so and the same time it says it binds you. So the
yes.
binding is the matter of karmic reaction, and it says that you free from sinful reactions. So,
Mm.
just trying to understand the contrary part.
Yes, it is not contradicted, first of all. Those who are situated in the mode of goodness, mostly they will be free from sinful reaction because they know that what's to be done, what not to be done. This is wrong, that is right. This is sinful, that is not sinful. So those who are situated in the mode of goodness, will be more or less free from sinful reaction, but still they will be bound, yeah, by the sense of proud. Yeah, pride, is that sinful to become pride? It is not sinful. Yeah, but it is not good attitude. Yes, it is not at all good attitude of being proud. Yeah, but if someone becomes proud, it is not sinful. I don't think so. It is sinful to become proud. Yeah, but it will bind us with this kind of mentality. Yeah, thinking that I'm better than others. Yeah, why we are following the four regulative principles in order to free us from sinful activities. Yeah, because this is the root cause of sinful activities. Yeah, but by following the four regulative principles, we are situated in the mode of goodness. But simply by following the four regulative principles doesn't make us a spiritualist. It is just moral of life. Yeah. So those who are situated in the mode of goodness, they are free from sinful activities, sinful life, but at the same time, they still be bound by the sense of proud. Yeah, that's it. Being
So,
proud,
Prabhuji,
and
then
then, for example, if I'm proud of myself that I have such and such knowledge, is that sinful? It is not sinful. Yeah, I'm not breaking the rules of the country of being proud, but it's just not good. Yeah, it's just not good. Yes, Prabhu.
So Prabhuji, there are two things.
Mm,
One is that if you are feeling proud, it inflates your false ego.
right.
It's not the truth. It's not truth that
It
it does
is.
not inflate.
It is
Yeah.
true. Yes, it is true.
Yeah.
Proud will create sense of false ego. Yes, that's why we see from this aspect, even the mode of goodness still bind person. Yeah. And if one is not careful enough, then he may fall down from the platform of goodness because the three modes of material nature will always compete to one another. Yeah. It is not that for the entire life someone will be situated in the mode of goodness, or for the entire life someone will be situated in passion, or for the entire life situated in the mode of ignorance. No, it's always competing. But at the moment when a person is situated in a mode of goodness, he will be free from sinful activities because he has knowledge. But due to the sense of pride, he may fall down from his position of goodness, being in goodness. Yeah. So like this, because the modes of material nature will always compete. We will discuss this topic in this chapter. So that
Yeah.
is why the mode of goodness is also binding us. Yeah. Unless we are
Yeah.
yeah, located, transcend the three modes of material nature, then still the three modes of material nature will influence us. Yeah. So that's the
So Prabhuji,
understanding.
yeah. So
Mm.
can we conclude saying that it does mode of goodness does not gives you the karmic reaction, but it makes you living on an edge wherein you may fall down
Yes,
eventually. Yeah,
yes, yes, that is true. Mm.
got it. And
Yeah, that
Prabhuji,
is.
another
Mm.
aspect that I heard again from Moglila Prabhu's lecture, he was saying that when Tamogun
Mm.
uh, got contact with I don't know which element, then the knowledge, Gyan, got birth, something like that.
The knowledge got what?
Knowledge was bought out of Mahat Tattva with
Mm.
Rajogun
Mm.
or something like that. I exactly don't remember.
Yeah, in Tamoguna, there is no knowledge. It is
But
simply ignorance.
I think he said Satogun got when Mahat Tattva got mixed with Satogun, then the knowledge was born, something like that.
Oh, Mahatattva mixed with the Sattva good, knowledge is born. Yes, yes, the signs of goodness is knowledge. Yeah. One who is situated in goodness, he has knowledge. Yeah. But Tamogun, there is no knowledge. Yeah.
I think Prabhu just makes sense because when you say that Mahat Tattva
Mm,
is getting mixed with Sattvagun, then Mahat Tattva gives you identity of I know,
mm,
I am knowing it. So the
mm,
I inflates, and what we're saying that false ego inflates that I know everything, I'm better. So yeah, it
mm.
makes sense. You're saying.
Yeah. Thank you for
Yeah.
sharing. Very nice. Okay. So this is from Surrender unto me, where in this verse, Krishna mentioned Jnana Sangena Chanaga. Yeah. Arjuna is addressed as anagha or sinless. The two sins of the mode of goodness are attachment to sukha, happiness, and jnana, knowledge. But Arjuna is not bound by either. It is attachment to happiness and knowledge, not happiness and knowledge themselves, that binds the living entity in the modes of goodness. Such attachment breeds pride. Yeah, you see what you are saying, Prabhu, it's correct. Yeah, pride appears. And both attachment and pride are symptoms of the mode of passion. In other words, attachment to Gyan causes Arjuna, causes Agyana, ignorance. Yeah. So that's how the explanation is that it is not that the knowledge and happiness is wrong, but the attachment of knowledge and happiness is wrong. Yeah. So from that attachment, one becomes proud. And then jnana becomes ajnana. Yeah. So it becomes passion. You see, that's how a person who's situated in the mode of goodness fall down into the category of the mode of passion because of the attachment of sense of knowledge and happiness. Yeah. But knowledge and happiness themselves is nothing wrong with them, but the attachment is wrong. It creates pride and we become situated in passion. Yeah. Oh. Text 7. The mode of passion is born. Okay, so this is bondage by Rajaguna. Earlier we discussed about bondage of Sattva Gun. This is about Rajaguna. The mode of passion is born of unlimited desires and longings. O son of Kunti, and because of this, the embodied living entity is bound to material privation. The mode of passion is characterized by attraction between men and women. Woman has attraction for man and man has attraction for woman. This is called the mode of passion. Yes. So the mode of passion characterized by sense gratification. Yeah. Being honored in a society, nice house, happy family. So this is also sense gratification. Yeah. Work very hard eventually. Therefore, the whole material world is more or less in a mode of passion. Modern civilization is considered to be advanced in the standard of the mode of passion. So, yeah. So the whole world mostly influenced by the mode of passion. Yeah, hard working. Everywhere people are working so hard. What is the base of that working hard? The attraction of the opposite gender. Yeah. So that's the root cause of why people are working so hard. Yes. Otherwise, in order to maintain oneself, one doesn't actually really need to work so hard. Yeah, because we have family, we have wife, we have husband, we have children, yeah, other family members, this obligation, that forces us to work very hard. Yeah. So the Srila Prabhupada explained the modern civilization characterized by the mode of passion because everybody is working so hard nowadays. Yeah. Thinking that by working hard, I will become happy. Is that true? Well, for some, might be true, but for most of the people, actually, they hate their job. Therefore, people need vacation, yeah, holiday, needs day off, at least 1 or 2 days in a week from job. That is the proof, actually, that people don't like to work. But in Krishna consciousness, there is no such a holiday. We are doing Mangalarati every day. We are chanting our 16 rounds every day. Yeah, we are doing kirtan every day. There is no day off because one is completely in bliss while performing devotional service. Yeah. So the proof that a person needs holiday, needs vacation, because they don't like to do it. Yeah. But somehow or other, they are forced to do it. Yeah. Oh, my neighbor just bought a new car. So that will be the impetus of a person to work hard because seeing the neighbor buying a new car. So I also have a new car. I should have a new car. So things like this and all the advertisement, this and that, especially in the city life, yeah, big cities. So everything is influenced by the atmosphere being in passion. Yes, now I got this phone and then another phone comes out and there is another advertisement. No, you should buy this one. This is much better, much more upgraded version. See, like Apple product, yeah, like iPhone. So it's always upgrading every year. Actually, the feature is the same. There's camera where you can take picture, make videos. Yeah, the feature is pretty the same, but somehow or other, we are thinking that, oh, this is much more upgraded version of the iPhone, so I should get that one. Yeah. So things like this influence us because of the modes of nature mostly influencing the whole world. Yes. And that is actually based, the first characteristic is based on the attraction of the opposite gender, as Srila Prabhupada mentioned here. Yeah. And this is ignorance. Yeah. O son of Bharata, know that the mode of darkness, born of ignorance, is the delusion of all embodied living entities. The result of this mode are madness, indolence, and sleep, which bind the conditioned soul. Everyone can see that his grandfather has died, and therefore he will also die. Man is mortal. Krishna. Sorry. The children that he conceives will also die, so death is sure. Still, people are madly accumulating money and working very hard all day and night, not caring for the eternal spirit. This is madness. Yeah. Such people are very lazy. When they are invited to associate for spiritual understanding, they are not much interested. Thus, another symptom of one embedded in the mode of ignorance is that he sleeps more than is required. 6 hours of sleep is sufficient, but a man in the mode of ignorance sleeps at least 10 or 12 hours a day. Such a man appears to be always dejected and is addicted to intoxications and sleeping. Yeah. Ignorance, yes, characterized by laziness, by sleepiness. Yeah. Dirty, this is ignorance. Yeah. Not keeping clean is ignorance. Yeah. So one time Srila Prabhupada was here in Mayapur. So he has a morning walk. And then Srila Prabhupada noticed in one corner there is garbage where it's not supposed to be there. And then Srila Prabhupada asked the devotees, so why this garbage is here? And then the devotees responded, oh, it is not us, Srila Prabhupada, it is such and such person. And Srila Prabhupada said, this is not Brahmanicum, this is ignorance. A Brahmana will always remain clean. Yeah, it doesn't matter who throw the garbage here. Those who are having higher consciousness will clean the place. Prabhupada said, this is ignorance. If you are thinking, I'm not the cause of this dirt, so let it be there. Yeah, a Brahmana cannot live in the dirty place. Yeah, always clean. Yeah, sleep as enough to maintain the body. Yeah, this is goodness. But those who are too much indulgent in intoxication, yeah, sleepiness, laziness, yeah, this is called ignorance. Yeah, madness. Yeah, madness. Prabhupada mentioned people working so hard. This is madness. Yeah. He thinks that he will accumulate the wealth in order to save his family. But his grandfather, great-grandfather, grandfather, father, his children will ultimately leave the body. Yeah, it doesn't mean that I'm saying that no need to work anymore. Still, you have to work in order to maintain your family, but not in madness. People work like 12, 13, 14 hours in a day. This is madness. Yeah. Unnecessary to work too hard. Yeah. Because too much ambition, passion. Passion will lead us to madness and ignorance. Yeah. So, Srila Baladev Vidyabhusana comments, ignorance is opposed to the other two modes. Pramada, madness, oppose goodness. Alasya, indolence, oppose passion. And Nidra, sleep, oppose both goodness and passion. Yeah. Text number 9. Sattvam sukhe sanjayati raja karmani bharata jnanam avrityatu tamaha pramade sanjayatyuta. O son of Bharata, the mode of goodness conditions one's happiness, passion conditions one's fruitive action, and ignorance covering one's knowledge binds one to madness. Yeah. So this is the summary of text 6, 7, and 8. Yeah. The person in the mode of goodness is satisfied by his work or intellectual person, just as a philosopher, scientist, or educator may be engaged in particular field of knowledge and may be satisfied in that way. A man in the mode of passion may be engaged in productive activity. He owns as much as he can and spends for good causes. Sometimes he tries to open hospitals, give to charity, institution, etc. And the mode of ignorance covers knowledge. In the mode of ignorance, whatever one does is good neither for him nor for anyone. Okay? When one is contaminated by goodness, he is too self-satisfied to follow the dictates of this person. When one is contaminated by motivation, his desires speak too loudly, and he cannot hear the voice of his dear friend, the super soul. If one is contaminated by the motive of ignorance, he is too inert, ignorant, and mad to hear the super soul. Thus, the modes of nature condition the living entity and keep him satisfied, indifferent, encashment, and pursues pleasure in material world. Yeah. So those who are in the mode of goodness, he's too happy. Yeah, too happy and thinking that I don't need to listen to anyone, including the super soul. Yeah, those who are in the mode of passion, too busy. Yeah, too much desire and cannot hear the spirit, the super soul. And those who are in ignorance, completely covered by darkness and becomes mad and cannot hear also the dictation by the super soul. So both, actually all these three, yeah, whether one is goodness, passion, and ignorance, they are the living entity still be bound by these three modes of nature. Yeah, but at least one can upgrade himself into the mode of goodness. That's actually much more advantageous than the other two modes. Yeah. But however, I have read one explanation that actually the mode of goodness and patience can be still dovetail in devotional service, but mode of ignorance is not at all possible to dovetail in the mode of the mode of ignorance cannot be dovetailed at all in devotional service. Yeah. Archit Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hmm.
Prabhuji, so mode of passion and ignorance both have unlimited material desires.
Hmm.
Is that correct statement?
The mode of passion based on material desires. Yeah. The mode of ignorance based on darkness and madness. But there is, of course, the connection between the mode of passion and ignorance, because from that passion, one works so hard and become mad. And madness is the symptoms of ignorance. Yes, that is true.
So what is this darkness and madness we are talking about? Can you give some example, Prabhuji?
Yeah, this darkness and madness is completely blind from the reality of life. Yeah. So one cannot understand that actually he should not work so hard to accumulate wealth, as Srila Prabhupada gave the example. Because after all, one just need to work as enough to maintain the body and soul together. Yeah. Madness means when you do something out of your intelligence. Yeah. Unnecessary things. It's called madness. Yeah.
So if you have uh, unlimited desires, that is also called madness, no, Prabhuji?
If you have limited desire,
Unlimited desires, like I'm the
unlimited,
enjoy.
yes, 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 that is called madness. Therefore, passion will lead ones to ignorance. Yeah, read again text number 7, no, text number 8. Yeah. Srila Prabhupada's purport mentioned that. Yeah. Okay, any other things need to be discussed? I think I will stop for now, because I'm
Prabhuji,
not, yes.
I'm still not clear difference between the passion and ignorance. Can you please a little focus on that?
Okay. Passion is characterized by uh, the attraction between man and woman. That's what Prabhupada explained. Yeah. And passion will lead us to work very hard. Yes. So, and passion will lead us to ignorance because due to that hard working, too much passionate in working, thinking that one will be able to be happy and save his family members, then it's called ignorance. Yes. And then after that, what will happen? Just like this, patient working so hard. And then after working so hard, what people want to do? So he wants to drink some liquor, enjoying with the opposite sex, yeah, and live a filthy life like the pig and hog, like the pig, yeah. So that is ignorance, yeah. So patient, however, being in the, let's say, middle position between goodness and ignorance, although all the three modes of material nature is not at all good, yeah, but still, like patient can be dovetailed in devotional service, as I mentioned earlier. And ignorance means completely you are in darkness, you don't know what to do. You don't know what to do. Yeah. Indulgence in sleep, being lazy. But here's something might be contradictory for you, that how can those who are in madness working so hard, but at the same time, the characteristic of mode of ignorance is being lazy. This is another thing that seems to be contradictory, but it is not at all contradictory because the mode of ignorance is not simply characterized by laziness, but also by madness, indolence, and sleep. Yeah. So between passion and ignorance, they are different, but they have strong connection because passion will lead to ignorance. That's the thing. Yeah.
Okay, Prabhu. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Okay. Okay. Thank you all very much. Please read the rest of the chapter. We will meet again on Tuesday. Yeah. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.